Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Pastatime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Rob Grace, this is Diaz.
Hello.
And today we're here with a few more pastas, creepy pastas, that is. Not delicious ones that you could have for dinner, even though that sounds real fucking good right now.
That'd be nice, because I'm pretty hungry right now. This is the part where I tell you what creepypastas are. Creepypastas are the short fictional horror stories that are on the internet in various different places. Places like Creepypasta, that's a website. Mm-hmm. There's also places like the SCP Foundation, which is what I think we did last time we did a Pastatime. And then folks actually send us some that they have written themselves, some short fictional stuff that's horror element, horror themed, I guess I should say, that they've decided they wanted to share with us and have us read on the show. Robin, for folks who had a story like that, or maybe just a suggestion of what we could read, where can they send that?
You can send it to pastatime@scaryish.com, or just go to our website, scaryish.com. There's a contact us page. You fill out all that fun stuff, and it gets emailed to us that way. Yeah. Oh, and social media. We have a lot of social media. So, I mean, not a lot, but Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that
standard
fun stuff.
Yeah. Yep. So, right on. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. We have 4, including 1 sent in from a very special listener. So, pretty excited to get to that. I believe Robin, however, is going to be going first. So
yes, let me go first.
Take it away.
All right. So my stories today are going to be like main story and then like a sequel that's kind of goes off of the main story. So that's just prepping you for what my stuff is going to be.
So your first story is like number 1, and then your second one's like the second installment.
Kind of, yes.
Can you move your mic a little bit closer?
Well, it'll be off the table soon.
As long as it picks you up. That's all I'm looking for. So I think we're good to go now. Go ahead. Take it away, Robin. I love you.
I hate you. So, all right. What the fuck?
Will you chill out? I'm just getting up the redemption thing so I don't get yelled at later. Don't hit me.
Pinch your nips if
don't you dare. Go ahead.
All right. So the first story I'm going to read here is called The Theater. And it begins, have you ever heard of an old PC game called The Theater?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. This author totally knows what's up, right? Except he
predicted this conversation.
But, well, it could be a she. It's true. Anonymous.
They predicted this conversation.
But there is a theater rhythm game. Have you ever played Theater Rhythm? It's like a Final Fantasy rhythm game for DS that came out. It was fun.
Doesn't it go like Final Fantasy Theater
Rhythm? Okay. Yeah. All right. Probably, the story continues, probably because many people say it doesn't even exist. You see, The Theater is an old computer game released around the same time as Doom. Today, if you ever find it, it's only available on crappy bootleg CD-ROMs, which, more often than not, don't actually contain the game.
I will say, I remember when Doom came out, and I'm pretty sure I had to install it across like 27 3.5 floppy disks onto my computer, because I don't think CD-ROM drives were at least readily and widely available yet when Doom actually released, so...
I didn't play like computer games that intense until I probably bought an Xbox or something like that. Or no, my friends had Xboxes, the OG Xbox, which is, 20th anniversary for Xbox, right? And that's the first time I ever played intense games. I mean, other than, Nintendo, whatever.
I'm trying to see, I'm going through my memory because I remember it was Wolfenstein, then it was Doom, then it was Duke Nukem. And I'm trying to remember which of those wound up being on CDs. So either way, let's go ahead and continue with this story. Okay. I'm just old.
Well, I was just going to say, I don't consider, the Nintendo games I played, like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that, intense games. To me, intense games is like when I first played Halo. So Doom, Doom, I never played Doom. I never played anything intense on my computer. Played fucking, what is that, Oregon Trail.
That shit's intense? All your friends die?
That's what I played on PC. So having to install something on 1 million discs, don't know what that feels like. Or floppy discs.
Fucking nuts. I mean, it was the 3.5.
CD-ROMs, I remember.
So they were the hard ones. It wasn't the true floppies. We just called them floppies. But yeah, it's nuts.
All right, so... The actual legitimate copies that they say were released back in the day feature a blank cover with nothing but the sprite of what has since been named the Ticket Taker. He is simply a poorly drawn, pixelated Caucasian bald man with large red lips wearing a red vest over a white shirt and black pants. Seems like typical...
ticket booth guy?
Carnival, ticket booth taker dude. All right. He is completely emotionless, though some say that if you smash the disc, his face is shown as angry the next time you look at the cover.
Oh, thank God.
But this is just dismissed as an urban myth. What is peculiar about the theater, though, is that there is no developer named on the jewel case, nor a game description on the back. It is simply the ticket taker on a white backdrop on both sides. Sounds like somebody decided to make their own game and like
who wouldn't
whatever.
take credit for a game they made?
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
It's a lot of work.
The game was initially known for its inability to install correctly.
Like every PC game from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, it probably took like 1,000,001 fucking discs.
And they
right?
always somehow failed. There was a corrupted file and you had to do it again.
The only thing I remember is Final Fantasy VII being like 7 fucking discs or something. 6 discs.
Yeah. I can't remember how many it was because I only played through the first disc. When I got to the second one, I'm pretty sure I had borrowed it from a friend who was playing it through, and they were on the second disc. And they're like, when you get to the second disc, let me know and I'll give it to you. And I got to it, and we just never made the exchange. So I think I gave him the first disc back, but I can't quite remember. It's been 25 years.
Oh my god. Yeah, I freaking loved Final Fantasy, but so many discs. And now you can play that game just downloading it, right? Installing it.
Yep.
Final Fantasy
I have it on my PC.
Remake or whatever. Okay. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Anyway, hold on. Gotta lost my place.
Sorry, I got really excited to make noises with my mouth for some reason.
The installation process immediately locks up the computer when the user reaches the licensing agreement. Also strange about the licensing agreement for the theater is that whenever the development studio is supposed to be named, the text is simply a blank line. Anyways, most people who have claimed to own one of the original CDs say that they figured out how to install the game by simply rebooting their computer on the licensing agreement with the disc still inside. Then they are prompted to press I agree on startup. Then they continue with the installation. The game starts up without any introduction besides a main menu that is simply the sprite of a movie theater's exterior on an empty city street. The title fades in, and then the 3 menu buttons, New Game, Load, and Options show up. Selecting Options immediately crashes the game to the desktop. Load is said not to function at all, even if you do have a saved game. Nothing happens when you press it. Thus, New Game is the only working menu option.
What I love about this horror short fiction is they're describing actual things that used to happen all the time with PC games.
Oh my god.
And kind of just games in general.
Once it is selected, you are in the first-person view. You're standing in an empty movie theater lobby with the exception of the ticket taker standing in front of a dark hallway, which one can only assume leads to the theater themselves. There's nothing to do but look at the poorly drawn, mostly illegible movie posters to approach the ticket taker. Once the player moves towards the ticket taker, a very low-quality sound clip plays saying, "Thank you, please enjoy the movie," along with a speech box saying the same thing. You then walk into the hallway and the screen fades to black and you're in the empty lobby and you do the exact thing again and again and again. While this may sound like a really horrible game, a number of peculiar things occurs as you continue to play it. The number of times that you have to continue to the hall, the number of times that you have to continue into the hall after giving your ticket to the ticket taker before the strange events happen is unknown, so you just keep doing it until something happens. Most state that it's completely random and could take anywhere from the first playthrough to the 400th. What happens, though, has deeply disturbed some players. The first occurrence is when the player fades back in after walking into the hallway. This time, they will notice the ticket taker is completely absent. The player then, without any other options, decides to walk into the dark hallway. Bad decisions. The sound clip and text box mentioned previously still play in the absence of the ticket taker, but when the player walks into the hallways, the screen does not fade out. It goes pitch black as they walk deeper into the hall, but the player's footstep sound clip is still playing as they continue to push the up button on their keyboard. So forward, you just keep walking forward, right?
I'm pretty impressed that this game has footstep sounds.
Those claiming to have played the original game report to have felt extremely uncomfortable walking down the hallway, anticipating the whole way something horrible happening. Well, eventually the player is unable to move forward. Sorry, that was a really loud bite.
I hate them. Marking it.
There's nothing for a few moments before a strange sprite that is described as the ticket taker, but with a swirl for a face, appears and stands before the player. The original players of the game say their bodies immediately froze up and their stomachs churned when they saw this sprite, which has been appropriately named the Swirly Head Man. It reminds me of the Mr. Smiley from Haunting at Hill House.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing happens as the Swirly Head Man stands before them. Then, suddenly, a piercing screech plays as the game glitches out. This lasts for a few minutes with the screeching continuous. Then the player is abruptly returned to the lobby with all the sounds and graphics being as they should be. I am one of those people that loud, sharp sounds like that in scary movies and stuff freak me out. So imagine playing this game and then that happens to you and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
You know you're watching a truly scary movie when you're not scared by the score in the background. You're like sharp strings out of nowhere from Dead Silence making you jump, or like that sort of thing. When it's something that's actually happening where you're like, oh, fuck that. Like, that's a scary movie, because I think that's just a cheap trick that a lot of movies like to use.
All right. The game continues normally for the next couple of cycles of entering the hallway, with a couple of the original players claiming that the Swirly Head Man would briefly appear and disappear in the corner of the screen as a brisk yelp sound effect plays. So, a yelp, I'm trying to think, probably like when you accidentally step on
a Lego.
Yeah, or something sharp. Or stub your toe or something. Then at some point after meeting the Swirly Head Man, the player sees the ticket taker pacing back and forth, though there is no walking animation. So how do they...
It's like they're levitating back and forth?
Okay.
That's what I'm picturing, at least.
The sprite's limbs are completely static, so you're right. So he just hops up and down slightly as a substitute, with his eyes being wide and his mouth open to simulate a worried facial expression. Some players noted that the movie posters had been replaced with images of the Swirly Head Man, which caused them to immediately turn their character's head away from the posters and approach the ticket taker, because you're too scared to look at the posters, so you're just like, fuck this.
Okay.
That's like me playing a regular horror game.
Yeah, that's true. Me too.
Then another different low-quality sound clip plays, but the speech box contains nothing but corrupted characters that cause whatever text that would have been in the box to be completely illegible. Due to the extremely low quality of the sound, it is debated by players what exactly the ticket taker says at this point, though it is widely agreed that he says, "Never reach the other levels."
That's pretty fucking creepy.
Then the screen fades out once again and returns the player back to their starting point in the lobby, but the ticket taker is gone and the hallway is blocked by a large brick wall sprite. So it's like there's no way to walk anymore. Touching the brick wall will immediately crash the game, and that's all there is to it. No one knows what the quote-unquote other levels are, or how to gain access to them, nor is it known why the Swirly Head Man causes such acute fear in those who have seen him in the game. All the original copies of the theater have either been lost or destroyed, but the creepiest part is the fact that all the original players of the game claim to occasionally see a brief glimpse of the Swirly Head Man out of the corner of their eyes. Fuck that. I definitely see some stuff, though, after playing, like, scary games and things like that. There was a story that I read before where it was, like, an AR game, an AR horror game, where they set up the AR game to, like, work throughout their house. And then, like, there's a woman in the game. Which is probably the villain of the game, you know, some scary horror
sounds like that
person. And then
thing from the Exorcist TV show, or
and
Evil.
Then it starts coming out into reality.
Evil, that's the name of that TV show, I think.
It's so good. That show is very good. But yeah, so I'm totally down with this game.
What I really like about this is it 100% sounds plausible. It absolutely sounds like something that probably could have existed, and may have actually existed, and that's why, like, there's this, like, local legend where someone decided that they're going to write this up, which I think is fantastic. It's super well done. It's very detailed, and it really evokes all the nostalgia of the old games. Like when you said there was a brick sprite blocking the hallway, like I can picture that perfectly in my head. And it almost to me sounds like something where someone had this idea to make it a game, and then it's just like, nah, let's just go ahead and write a creepypasta about it. Either way, I thought this was super good, and I'm excited to hear the sequel that you're going to be reading later. So, good stuff. And when you mention like seeing stuff because you've played a game before, like out of the corner of your eye, when Warcraft 3, the real-time strategy game, came out, I played for like 48 hours straight. I loved it so much. I was playing as night elves. When you're a night elf, your buildings are trees. And if you get attacked, they can uproot themselves and defend, not just your army defend. You can actually have your trees themselves defend. So I used to do this thing where I'd build a bunch of super strong buildings, and then I'd uproot them and walk them across the map, and I'd fight with them too.
What the what?
Because it was something you could do. And I remember we went out and, I mean, this was maybe on junior, senior year in high school. And we went out to a town that was like 45, 60 minutes away, somewhere like that. My friend was going to go hang out with his girlfriend. And like we got out of the car and I'm so tired and you're already just like sort of like blurrily seeing everything.
Yeah.
And there's a tree next to me and I could have sworn it shifted. I was like, holy fuck. Like what just happened? Like get me inside right now. So it definitely sounds like something that's plausible.
Wow. Nice.
But good stuff. I liked it. All right. Let's look over in the stream chat, see what you wonderful folks had to say during that. I don't think anyone was talking about the actual story we read. That is okay. Let's see what you did say. I will say the first person in either chat was definitely Captain Fake Guy, who arrived at 5:55 p.m. local time, otherwise known as 35 minutes early. So
also, shout out to I'm What's for Dinner for resubscribing for 21 months. Dang.
And it says Scaryish fucks. It does indeed.
I hope. I mean, we
fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We also got Casey888, who followed us 6 days ago. I see Cassy. I don't know. Also, Oi, Mira, who followed us 2 days ago. Shout out to
Ninja Penguina.
Oh, I skipped that one. Excuse me.
Thank
that was
you
4
so
days ago.
much.
Here, you take this one too.
I'm
gonna make her read the hard one.
Latreia Abner too.
They subscribed. Thank you for the first time using Prime Gaming.
Much. Yes, if you folks have Amazon Prime, you get Prime Gaming for free, and with your Prime Gaming, once you connect your accounts with your Prime Gaming account, you get a free subscription to any channel that you like. So hopefully that's the channel.
Pick us.
Channel. Yeah, pick us.
Also, shout out to Happy Is My Default for following us on Twitch 23 minutes ago. Elizabeth Tree and Nefcore have both redeemed a drink.
So I have like a cloudy sake. I've never heard of that before. Like an actual. Just that's specifically what
Cloudy
it is.
Sake is my folk punk band name. So I'm drinking California Creaming again.
Gluten free and non-GMO, so that
just
must
Cali
be good,
Creaming.
right?
Orange Sickle.
So it says shake.
That's one. All right, let's read some stuff. Lots of folks saying hello and battling. Captain Fake, I said, painting my nails while I watch.
My fingers are weak from doing all the pins.
Laura Ann said, cross-stitching while I watch. You are very weak. Kayla Ray Reed says, about to eat some dinner. Maya over there on YouTube says, hello. And of course says, hello, everyone. Elizabeth Tree says, got caught up in homework and almost forgot about the show. Thank goodness for notifications. Indeed. Looks like Sidno. Let's go with Sidno. Said, hi, this is my first time watching live. Thank you for joining us for the first time live. Let me know if I said your name wrong and tell me how to say it correctly. Shout out to Captain Fake, who just redeemed a drink. So now we have 3. I have 2 left.
Cool.
1 left.
Tropical flavor similar to coconut milk. Okay, I hope it tastes good.
Interesting. Glitch said that they did not get a notification, but they're still here, so good for that. I'm going to keep scrolling here.
No, lies.
Enzo Matrix has also redeemed a drink. Now there's 4 total, so I have 2 left. This is funny. Nefcore says...
perfect with spicy dishes. I need some
You are just like going to focus on this fucking drink the whole time, right?
Yep.
Live with us. Enjoy our company. Nefcore says, I'm making waffles for dinner tonight, which is funny because the reply to that from Kayla Ray Reeds was, Nefcore, I read your message and then said, I'm making waffles in my Donkey from Shrek voice, which is totally what I did the first time I read it too.
We still don't own a waffle maker.
We should though. We really should. We owned a panini maker. And I was very proud of it. Panini Press. And then...
Your hands make the paninis.
Robin got rid of it. And it broke my heart because I love paninis. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling here.
Period.
911 Girls here says, what's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us.
Hopefully you're enjoying your lunch break.
Elisa over there on YouTube says, hi, before we get started, I wanted to mention that I listened to a Haunted Hollywood episode and Phil Hartman came up. I watched Kiki's Delivery Service and found out Gigi was one of his last roles. I have never seen Kiki's Delivery Service.
Never seen Kiki's Delivery
Service. So now I have
Service.
to watch it for sure.
He was like, I know who Phil Hartman is. I don't know who Gigi is. I was like, that's funny. I know who Gigi is. I don't know who Phil Hartman is.
right, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I'm going to let you read these next ones, and I'm going to adjust your camera because you are not centered.
Yeah, Gigi is the black cat from Kiki's Delivery Service, which is such a cute movie. You should watch it. It's so cute. Captain Fake Guy says, I got one of those UV light things to get gel nails at home. Nice. I should get one of those too and actually paint my nails for once. Nefcore says, I'm out of work now. Crashed on my couch. Nice.
That sounds awesome.
Yes, tonight is Creepy Pasta night. Hope everybody's actually making pasta. That'd be fucking hilarious. Liz Beatrice says, I love listener pasta times. Adam does have a listener pasta time.
Indeed, I do.
We're very excited about that.
We actually were going to have two, but one of them I can't read. It's kind of a run-on sentence type deal, so there's certain parts in it where you just don't know. You're unable
to read it.
You don't know what you're supposed to like kind of blend together and where the sentences begin and end. So we have to send that back and say, hey, you might want to edit this because I don't want to have to edit it because it might sound different than you intended, and I don't want that to happen. So
hello, Catherine, over on Facebook.
Happy as my default says, question of the week: if you could permanently shrink any animal to fit into the palm of your hand, what animal would you shrink? In parentheses, it would shrink every one of those animals all over the world. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I just leave them the same.
I would leave them all the same. Because they're that size for a reason.
Yeah. Enzo Matrix says Siberian tiger. That's hilarious.
I feel like they're so endangered, making them smaller.
Guys are picking some endangered stuff. Elizabeth says an elephant. You're going to shrink all the elephants in the world. They'll be dead before the dawn. Captain Vegas says, too bad I suck at painting my own nails. That's hilarious.
It's really hard for me to paint my left hand with my non-dominant hand. Right. You know, everybody's always like, I can't paint, or no. I can't paint my dominant hand because my non-dominant hand doesn't know how to do those actions.
Right.
That's the word.
Glitch says, he is right. I had that and Duke Nukem, and it was no lie, like 27 discs. I remember because it was this big bundle with this industrial fucking rubber band around it that my friend's dad gave to us. And he was just like, just be careful. Don't drop these on the way home. Because we walked like everywhere back in the day, or we took our bikes. And I was just like, oh my God. And I think it was the most intense install of anything I've ever done. And it actually worked, which is like you pray to have an install actually work, especially in the 80s and 90s for PC games. And it worked. And it was just like, thank you, Jesus.
I'm trying to remember if there were any PC games that took me a really long time to install, but I don't think I really installed anything on my PC. I remember when I bought StarCraft for my PC.
It's not a big game.
No, they put it on a USB. I just plugged the USB in and installed it from the USB.
You're talking about like a game on its like 19th release.
Yeah.
So that's a bit different than when it first comes out and everything's in that.
Sims.
Nightmare.
I played Sims. That one took a couple discs, I think. But I don't know, man. I didn't really play a lot of shooters and adventure games or anything like that at all. I remember the first time I saw my cousin playing Sims, I was like, what is this game? This looks amazing. And it was already on Sims 4. So I was just like, what is this? This is all new to me. You know what I mean?
Shout out to 911 Girl who just gifted a sub over there to Cassie888. Thank you so much, 911 Girl. Thank you so much. Elizabeth Tree says, Oregon Trail. So you guys were listening. Enzo Matrix says, oh, so many deaths by dysentery.
Or getting, like, kids got carried off by birds or something sometimes, right?
Not in the Oregon Trail I played.
Okay.
Kind of Vegas, oh my God, Oregon Trail defined third grade for me. That's hilarious. I'm One Sinner says, which version of Oregon Trail, though? I've seen many. The only one that I got to play was the OG, where it was the black screen. You had to, like, type the things in. It was... Actually, most of the time when we played it, you had to go into DOS. I don't know if anyone out there remembers DOS to put in like the command to run the game because that's how long ago it was where I took keyboarding in 3rd and 4th grade. So
I loved, we didn't have to learn DOS when I was learning how to type on a keyboard.
Must be fucking
But
nice.
We had games that involved typing words. And so you'd have to type words really fast to like blow up asteroids and stuff.
Yeah.
You remember
Math
those games?
blasters
Yeah.
and stuff like
fucking love those games. They're so good.
Shout out to Creasy who just resubscribed for the 10th month. Thank you so much, dude.
Thank you so much. Okay, how many more drinks do I have?
I have 2. I think you have 2. That's good fucking
This
beer.
is not my favorite. I would not buy it again.
Everybody says, morning all. Twitch chat is being annoying to me, so I came here to say hello.
Hello.
I will say, too, I turned down the profanity filter. It was on moderate, so I moved it down to light. I still have words that are banned that won't go through, and if anything comes through that's not on the profanity filter, I leave it up to Glitch to ban hammer people. I don't think any of our regulars would do something like that. So no worries. I'm going to keep scrolling here. Looks like Kind of Figure asked, are you all doing better at the beef household? Which is hilarious. I'm watching this as minimally. Doctor confirmed that IMB trainer has an ear infection caused by this sickness, and she is now armed with antibiotics and a steroid for her lungs.
That's scary.
It is scary, but I'm happy you have medicine.
Ear infections are so painful, though.
Yeah, dude, they're awful.
It's like your brain aches, even though it's your ear canal, right?
Glitch said, good. She can kick that infection's ass. It really does feel like it's going through your whole head, though.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Almost Turner says, we found out the nurse who did our COVID test did not do the swab correctly, so we may have false negatives. Hopefully you guys don't have it.
Yeah, fingers crossed. That would suck.
And
watching this, we both still have little energy. We're both going to attempt work tomorrow, as we are only scheduled 4 hours each.
Hopefully it goes by real quick. It's 2 movies.
Two movies.
Whenever I think of a flight that we have that's like 4 hours, I'm like, it's 2 movies. It'll be fine. Because we watch we watched so much of Ted Lasso, like one after the other, and those are each an hour.
It's a great fucking show, by the way.
It is a great.
If you haven't watched Ted Lasso, watch it. It's so good. All right.
Laura Ann says Spooky Con tickets from the Mutter Museum and ESP which is the Eastern State Penitentiary, have been purchased.
Nice.
Woo-hoo!
Snarks is spam and mac and cheese tonight, I think.
Yo, oh my God, spam musubi sounds so good right now.
Food sounds so good right now. This she says, just scored 100% on my weekly quiz. Woo woo, nice. Good job. Axolotl is over there, and YouTube says, hi.
Hello.
What up? Thank you for joining us. And Matrix redeems 2 drinks.
I was Trainer says, I'm bringing a waffle maker to Spooky Con. I love waffles. Elizabeth Tree says, can we make mashed potato waffles? That sounds good, too. Cheese chive mashed potato waffles. All this sounds good. Food is so good. Amsterdam says you'll have to ask Robin. It's gonna be her birthday. Oh my gosh! That would be a crazy birthday gift. A fucking waffle
amazing,
maker.
though.
Hell yeah. Latrea Abner says Kiki's Delivery Service is the best movie. Ever watch Porco Rosso? That's like one of the ones I've never watched. I know who it is. I know the character. But I've never seen the actual movie. Maybe I should.
I think the Snark suggested the shrinking animals thing for Great Dane.
But imagine having a Great Dane that's all you need.
They'd be so fragile. Elizabeth said, my Great Danes need to be bigger, not smaller. That's hilarious. That way you can ride them everywhere. Gonna keep scrolling.
Let's see.
Cassie over there says to 911 Girl, thank you for the gifted sub. This is my first time watching Scaryish live.
Oh, welcome. Wait, did we already say that? It doesn't matter. Captain Figure says, education games were the only ones I was allowed to play.
It sucks.
That's why you're a doctor.
It's this game called Eternal Sonata, which was a JRPG that had this really awesome battle system, but it was about Frederick Chopin's life. And you were playing a game that existed during his fever dreams right before he died. And it was like about the theory of relativity also, and how like a moment can stretch on forever if it's your last moment. It's really fucking sad, but it was super good.
Alessa over on YouTube says, in my typing class, the keys and our hands were covered, so we had to memorize the location of the letters.
Same.
The way we memorize the location of the letters, they forced you, right, to have your hand in that position.
Home row.
But yeah, if you wanted to play the game, couldn't look down, right? You got to type real fast. And then they had this, the tests that I love to do are the speed typing tests. So you can't look down. You got to keep your eyes on the text. So you're just typing the text. And that was one of my favorite tests. I think Adam and I did one of those typing tests just like last month or something.
I was just barely faster than you for most of them.
Yeah. Because they're fun. They're just fucking fun.
I think it's because I go a little bit slower to make sure I'm accurate. And I think Robin starts to rush and she like backspaces or gets like things wrong sometimes, but it could go either way. All right. So when it comes to the typing thing too, my teacher put a bag. She taped like Walmart baggies to the keyboard and you had to put your hands under the Walmart baggie and you were not allowed to lift it up. And if you lifted it up, she would like yell at you. She was super fucking mean. You've never seen a bag from Walmart?
Why would
That's where you get caught up on the story because they're free, Robin. And I grew up poor, okay?
Oh my God.
All right. The Snarks, does anyone fuck with Typing of the Dead? I remember when it came out, I never really played it.
Who's Mavis Beacon?
Don't know.
Because Captain Fake Eye says that and freaking Mavis Beacon, and then Laura Ann and Elizabeth Tree says Mavis Beacon. I'm what? I'm Beef Trainer.
This is what it was like for me when you and Liz started talking about Zabumafu. I was like, you guys made this up, right?
Creasy says, how many movies to Japan, Robin? 6. 6 from here, 10 from LA.
LA.
Not 10. I'm sorry, 5. 5 from LA because it's 10 hours. So it's not that bad, but you end up sleeping so long because, you're on this long ass flight. So you end up sleeping for forever. And then I think we got like 3 meals on our flight.
We did.
We got so many meals on our
3 square
flight.
meals is pretty fucking sweet.
And
it was good food
snackies.
too.
We had snackies, lots of cookies
Bet
and
Tech
shit.
Cat says, my grown-up kid is over COVID. All is well.
Woo-woo!
Of course, says everyone says the Ted Lasso is so good, but it makes me not want to watch it. LOL. I know what you mean because I've done that before. However, despite all these people talking about how good Ted Lasso is and it winning 7 Emmys, we went downstairs and Spooky Mama decided she's going to watch it because she's the type of person who, if she gets a recommendation, she immediately goes to fulfill it. And just from standing there for like 10 minutes, I was like, "Oh fuck, this show is hilarious." And then like we decide we're going to watch it, and it's like, I don't know. It's like chicken soup for the middle-aged soul. Oh my God, it's so fucking good. Just watch it. You'll like it. It's just really good in a time where everything has to be complex and dark. Yes. It is about a person who is eternally optimistic and how they face people like in real life who are pieces of shit. But they just keep going,
He also deals with the negative sides of how optimistic he is.
And how people treat you because you are the person who is endlessly optimistic.
And no one takes him seriously. Everyone thinks
he just like fucking wears everyone down with kindness, and it's a wonderful fucking show. I sincerely recommend you watch it. And of course says, I've watched so many Studio Ghibli movies. The one I can't work up to watching is Grave of the Fireflies. I've heard that one is really sad.
Yes. For the cover of Grave of the Fireflies, I don't know if you folks know this. Here's a little terrible, horrible part of that movie.
It's a tidbitty. It's a knowledge nugget.
So the cover art, if you change like the
brightness
lighting
and the contrast.
Yes, on the cover art, you see the B-52s
Bombers
dropping all the bombs in the background. It is fucked. But it is one of those movies that like Grave of the Fireflies is one of those movies that people are like, you gotta watch it at least once if you like those like the Miyazaki movies.
All right, let's wrap this stuff up, and then we'll get on to our next one.
Norma over on YouTube, hello, says, hi, spooky friends. Hello,
Thank you for joining us.
Creasy says, my typing tests are disasters.
That's funny. Snarks as fuck. Yeah, I used to type 103 words per minute. That's pretty good.
Okay, so that Mavis game was a game they played in elementary school.
Well, I figured from context clues that's what it was going to be. What's your name says I type about 20 words per minute. People are talking about how sad
Liz Vitry says it's more than sad. Yeah.
Which says it's how I learned to type. As you can tell, it's going great. Haha, that's funny. Liz Vitry says now I need to watch Ted Lasso. Elizabeth says, you guys watch Midnight Mass. We are paused on it because we're waiting to watch it with family. Yes. No spoilers. We've gotten through 3 episodes, I think. I'm very much enjoying it. I think it's super good. So finding that and Ted Lasso like the same night, I was like, television's fucking great. I'm so inspired.
I'm just like, Rahul Cooley can hit me up. Fucking yes. That Gundam loving fuck. I love him.
He's super cool. Elise over there on YouTube says, Grave of the Fireflies was the first anime movie I ever watched at the tender age of 11.
Oof.
Holy shit. All right, I'm going to scroll up just a little bit, and then we're going to move on into the next story. I'm going to take the silent mouse so it doesn't go the entire time.
I honestly don't remember any of the first anime movies that I watched. I watched a lot of anime that was available on like Toonami and stuff.
My second one was Princess Mononoke. I don't remember the name of the first one, but it sucked so bad. We watched 3. Something called like Lionheart Fights the Da-Da-Da. It was something fucking weird. No one liked it. Then we watched Princess Mononoke, and then we finished with Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, and then Spirited Away is one you saw with me, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That was about 20 years later.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go ahead and move into the next story. And I'm going to do a new intro, so I'm going to say those same words again. All right, let's go ahead and move into the next story. This one is from a wonderful listener, and they put this preface in here. I think it was just for us. It doesn't say it's just for you, so I'm going to read it so that everyone can hear it, because I think it's nice. So I'm going to scroll with my mouse if I could ever fucking find the thing. Here.
I lied. It's somewhere.
It's frozen in time.
I think it's dead. Oh,
no, it's not. You just need to click it because it goes.
You're a click.
It goes idle after like 30 seconds. Why are you being so mean all the time?
I'm tired and I'm actually hungry.
Just stay centered in the frame. You can be mean, but talk to the microphone.
I need some protein. I'll
give you some fucking protein. All right. I was gonna cook for you. Whatever.
Oh,
not anymore because you were mean to me. Take your fucking hand off me. Take it off me. All right. And it starts out like this with the message to us. Hello, Spooky Crew, Adam, Robin, and Spooky Mom.
Hello.
I have a short-ish story that I would like to share with you guys and the pod. I've been trying my hand at short horror stories, which is kind of out of my realm. It's meant to resemble someone's inner monologue as they question the world around them. Let me know what you think and feel free to read on the pod. This is called Look Listen, notice. Spooky friend, Claire. All right. Well, Claire, thank you so much for sending that in. Let's dive into it. Is this blood mine? Solid way to start it. Or is it the trees?
According to Adam's World, or not World of Warcraft, just Warcraft history.
3.
His Warcraft 3 history, it's the trees.
It could
Because
be.
he's a fucking monster.
Says, wait, no. Trees don't bleed. Do I bleed?
They do in
Have
Warcraft
to keep
3.
running. How long have I been running? Keep going. Where was I when the sun rose? Maybe if I keep running, I'll reach the sea. The trees part and present. Shut up. I don't do this to you. I don't correct you when you make fucking mistakes.
It's a reflex.
Yeah, it is a reflex. Rein that shit in, dog. All you ever do is try and fucking correct me.
But you needed it.
I'm going to press like end stream right now and just play fucking New World for the rest of the night. All right. The trees.
You're such a
Well, I saw part and it made me think like past and present. So, all right, I'm going to mark it again. Just, this is a fucking nightmare. The trees part and present a small clearing. Safety, respite. Slow your pace. Let your feet drag. Stop. Look. Is it safe? Listen. Is it quiet? Notice. Is there anything out of place? No. Okay. Take a cautious step forward. 1, 2.
What's with your voice?
Darkness and then light. How long have I been here? I'm not sure. It feels like a few minutes. No, hours. Days? Yes, a few days. That's right. I've been staying here, haven't I? Yes. These walls make me uncomfortable. They're so white. It feels like a ward. But this chair, it's so soft, so comfortable. It reminds me of home somehow, as though it's sat in the corner my whole life. I could sit here forever. But that hum, it slices through me. What is it? This deep, low hum, like road noise when you're riding in the passenger seat. Watch the road fly by as it lulls you to sleep. Is it night? It looks like night through the window, but where was I when the sun rose? How long have I been here? When was the last time I saw the sunrise? This chair is so comfortable. This sounds like the inner monologue of me when I'm like real fucked up. All right.
Is that your inner monologue when you're fucked up?
And sometimes I'm like questioning everything around me, but noticing how comfortable the chair is that I'm sitting in.
Okay. Usually I start crying.
Yep. Am I being watched? Turn around slowly and look over your shoulder. Yes, I am, but it's just her looking at me from the other side of the counter. She's smiling at me. I like that she always smiles. It's safety, respite. Maybe I'll ask her for breakfast later, but I'm not hungry now. When was the last time I ate? I'm not sure, but this chair is far too comfortable to get up now. I think I might stay a while longer. These yellow walls remind me of home.
But they're bleeding right now, right?
I mean, what?
In the beginning, it said that they were bleeding.
No, it was like, am I bleeding or are the trees bleeding?
Oh.
Then there was white walls. Then there was yellow walls. Stop looking for things to correct me on and start paying attention to the
I'm
story.
not trying to correct you. I'm trying to get along with the fucking story, you stupid bitch.
How long has she been watching me? Where did these clothes come from? Oh, my luggage, of course. I packed them. These pajamas are so comfortable, especially the slippers. Where did I leave my luggage? That's right, I left it by the door. Where is the door? Wait, weren't these walls yellow? No, they've always been blue. When was the last time I ate? I'm not hungry. How long have I been here? This chair is so soft. What the fuck is happening? How long have I been here? How long? When was the last time the sun rose? Use your voice. Excuse me, miss. How long have I been here? Did she hear me? Maybe if I get up. How long have I been here? The wooden floor sighed under my weight as if it hadn't been stepped on in years. Miss? The carpeted floor muffled my footsteps. How long have I been here? It's a little weird that such a nice house would have dirt floors. I wish that hum would go away. It feels so much louder now. Is this person like in the electrical chair? I have so many theories running through my head.
This person is the trees.
What would you like for breakfast? Her words cut into my ears like a knife. Her voice was so sharp. Had she even spoken to me before? When was the last time I heard another voice or even used my own? I wouldn't mind some pancakes, I said. Okay, it's official. This story is about me fucked up. Because I love me some pancakes.
Me too. I wish that one place was open right now. Pancakes sounds so
Gonna
good.
mark it and take out your Craving. We don't need to talk about food. We're too hungry. Perfect. They'll be ready in a flash. She made no movement. How long, I asked? Why don't you have a seat? They'll be ready soon.
Maybe it's like a San Junipero type thing where it's all in your mind.
Still smiling, she gestured to a deep green recliner in the center of the room. It looked so inviting. Turn back around. How long? I repeated. Have a seat, she smiled. Stop. Look, is it safe? Pink is my favorite color. How lucky that the walls are painted that shade. How long? I asked, her head cocked to the side. Listen, is it quiet? The humming is so loud now, like a swarm of angry bees. Suddenly a crash, a crumpling of metal, the most vile scraping. Silence, then replaced by a ticking clock. How long? Her eyes and smile widened unnaturally. Notice. Is anything out of place? Have a seat. That chair. How long have I been here? I turned to look at her, taking one cautious step. She's still fucking smiling, staring at nothing, but she has cracks now, like an old, abused porcelain doll. Why does she have cracks in her face? She sharply jerked her head to face me. Have a seat. It was a plea now. She begged me. Please, how long have I been here? Take another step.
It's a moving tree?
With that, her face began to crumble and fall to the floor, and with it came the facade around me. How long have I... A sudden sharp pain. Blood. Look up. Her face is gone. She has no face. Run. There is no more her, no more room, no more chair. Run. Nothing is kind here. Run. Use the trees for support. Run. Is this blood mine? Do trees bleed? No, trees don't bleed. How long have I been running? If I just keep running, I'll reach the sea. The trees part and present a small clearing. Safety, respite, look, listen, notice. Is it safe? Take a cautious step forward. 1, 2, 3.
Is that it?
Checking. That is it. That's the end.
What the fuck?
So I guess this is a story where you're just destined to not know what's happening and like take it up to interpretation. I'm sure Claire had an idea in her head of what was going on for this person. But I have no clue what was going on. I had a bunch of ideas hoping some of them would be cleared up, but I feel like the more we got a character, the more tangible the surrounding got, the more confused I became because I'm like, okay, cool. So the person's hallucinating or they're in some sort of a mental institution, or maybe this is the final moments before their death, like dragging on a little bit. Maybe they're in a car crash or something like that.
I was thinking that they crashed a car into a tree, and the face that they were seeing of that person in the diner or wherever they were was like their face in the mirror, like the side mirror or something, and it was crumpling or cracked because the side mirror or the rearview mirror was cracked. You know what I mean? And maybe that's just me getting real deep in it, but that's what I thought, and that's why it was like, am I bleeding or am I bleeding or are the trees bleeding? You know, and then the whole idea with the trees splitting to a clearing or whatever. Maybe it's a cliff or something like that. The whole
running thing and like looking for safety and the trees parting and reaching the sea makes it seem like, is this told from the perspective of an animal? Like, is this Bambi after her mom got shot? But like none of the other stuff makes sense with that. Like there's a chair in the middle of the room.
And the pancakes?
The chair in the middle of the room is like super heavy on symbolism. So I'm like waiting to see what's going to develop from that. So I feel like, I don't know. I have no idea what happened here, but either way, I really did enjoy it. So thank you so much, Claire, for sending that in. All right, let's go over and stream chat. See what you folks had to say. And if you have any theories on what the fuck just happened, my brain is brain ninja'd. All right, so 911 Girl says, watch the first 3 episodes. It's definitely interesting so far. I'm enjoying it, for sure.
I am definitely enjoying it. I'm living for the sheriff right now, man. That sheriff. Chef's kiss. Okay. 911 Girl says, I just realized this is the last show that we can try to reach the September goal.
Yep. Last one of September. Realistically, we're going to do the pumpkin carving contest no matter what. But if we hit the goal, we'll probably add on at least one more person into the contest. Yeah. And we'll let you all judge who had the best pumpkin. It's going to be Robin. She's the most artistic.
Yes, I always win every year. 911 Girl cheered 1,000 bits. Thank you so much.
That's so nice.
Lizzie B says, Midnight Mass on Netflix. Hell yeah, that shit's so good. I hate that one chick, the blonde.
Oh yeah.
who helps the church all the time.
Like the church assistant or whatever.
I forget what her name is, but I hate her. She is the worst.
Glitch said Ninja Scrolls and Vampire Hunter D. I think those are the first two I ever saw. I think also Berserk was in there somewhere. I don't know. A lot of my friends watch Berserk. I actually have never watched Berserk.
I've never seen Berserk either.
Nefcore, high five. Said my first anime, that was a horrible high five. It was more like you were trying to slap my face. All right, I'm done with you. Nefcore says, my first anime that I watched was My Neighbor Totoro. I was pretty young when I saw it.
Pretty good.
Scrolling. Creasy says, I love you both. Laughy face. Probably because we're being stupid. Wow. Lizard Tree just donated $86.
Wow.
Getting us to $200.
Thank you so much.
That is amazing. Thank you
all
so
the
much.
Pumpkins.
Says Lizard Tree and Enza Matrix say fucking woo!
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I'm excited. We're going to carve all the pumpkins. That'll be fun.
I'm thinking for the date, it'll probably be the weekend after SpookyCon. So probably October 22nd or October 24th. Probably the Sunday of that particular weekend is when we're going to do it. That way we can have next weekend, which is going to be super busy, and I will not be here on Sunday to do anything because I'm actually going to a Chicago Bears game to watch them be horrible in person.
By himself.
Not true. I'm
without
going with a friend.
us.
Going with a friend who invited me. Also, shout out to Nefcore who just donated $20. Thank you so much, Nefcore.
Thank you so much.
We sincerely appreciate you all for donating. We're going to try and get multiple people. And
my sister always does it with us.
I think what would be great is if we did me, you, my mom, Spooky Sis. And then with the extra now, we can try and see if we can get another 2, which would be fun.
That would be fun.
And then we'll just set up a camera.
Drink
where we
and
can hang
carve.
out. The thing is I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we can get Spooky Sis and Spooky Mom on the stream, no matter, like, easy peasy. And then the other 2, I'm not sure if they're gonna actually want to be on the stream. But we'll see what we can do. And I'm excited though, because even though I'm terrible at it, I love carving pumpkins. And because it's gonna be like a stream, I'm gonna try and do like all that complicated shit where you like shave it for the like right lighting and stuff like that. And you'll also get to see as a bonus how my mom bakes the pumpkin seeds, because she's going to take those 100%, clean them off, bake them, and by the end of the stream, we'll probably be eating them. So that'll probably be on the Sunday. I think it's October 24th. I think so. Is your birthday on a Sunday this year? Okay, cool. Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
So we will figure that out.
We can't do it on my birthday anyway.
I mean, I know. I'm trying to figure out if it's your birthday so I can subtract fucking 7.
Oh, Saturday is the 30th. 31st is a Sunday.
There you go. So we'll do it on the 24th, I think. Cool.
Anyway, scrolling. Continue to scroll.
ASP Money says, anyone else see Robin's camera suddenly go to focus, then back in, ghost? No, it's because it's on autofocus.
And I move back and forth.
Robin's distance from her microphone is so significant, it does not know whether or not to focus on her or her microphone. I test this before the show, and it's just something that we could either leave it on manual focus, and it'll be slightly blurry, or as long as she's moving a little bit, it should focus on her. But that's why that happens.
911 girl says that they think you have to manually update the bar for bits, which is true. So
yeah, for bits I do have to manually update it.
In later.
So it's really at 2:30.
Yeah, it's at 2:30. But we're at 7:18.
Oh my God, you're so funny.
Because it's 7:18 p.m. Also, today is the first day that it was like 80s. It's like the first day of fall, baby. I'm so excited.
Windows are going to be open soon. I'm very, very happy about that.
Oh my goodness.
Daisy Bunny says to IMB trainer. But if it's because Robin knocks the table, it should happen to Adams too, but it doesn't. Someone's just playing around with Robin. No, it's just the autofocus. And the thing with like the Robin touching the table, it's because like for whatever reason, the monitors are fairly bouncy, and if you touch the table, I don't want the cameras, and most importantly, the microphone bounces, and that shows up in the audio as well. So I'm always like, no arms on the table.
I Was Nerd says, I think we all relate to that story because everyone loves comfy chairs and pancakes.
Yeah, and being real fucked up where you don't know where the blood's coming from.
I kind of like waffles more than pancakes. Because waffles are...
I agree, actually.
Waffles are crispy, and they have the pockets for your butter, so you smear butter all over the whole thing,
pockets for syrup.
And so you have the pockets for your butter, and then you pour syrup on top, and then it catches the syrup, and then the syrup soaks into the waffle. Fucking love waffles.
Oh, look at here. IMB trainer figured it out. Adam doesn't lean back and forth in his chair, changing the distance in his camera view, but Robin does. Not necessarily bump at the table, just changing how the camera adjusts her focus.
I still have to drink
That is
all
100% correct.
I think
nice fucking job. 10 cool points to you.
I have 3 more drinks.
I actually really enjoyed that story. It's just like when you read a good story and at the end of it, you're like, but I want to know what happened. I'm going to reach out to Claire after this and like email, like, now tell me what it's for sure about. Like, what were you picturing exactly? What was the surrounding? What was happening? I'm very curious.
Strainer says, get Spooky Mom as a third contestant. She needs to get out of the basement more. Enzo Matrix says it should be a drinking pumpkin carving contest. I think everyone should have PSLs.
I think no matter what, we'll probably have a brew or two. I don't think we're going to get real fucked up or have a competition like that.
Alessa says, rip the author of Berserk, Kentaro Miura.
He passed away, I think, a month and a half
ago. Yeah, something like that.
Super sad.
Enzo Matrix is slightly intoxicated. Adam and Robin are hilarious.
Especially when Robin's just screaming in my face how much I suck. Me
stressed out during that drinking competition was so... Oof. I was real stressed out. I wanted to win so fucking bad, dog.
When the donation came in, everyone's like, nice. Lizard says, it's okay. I do the budgeting. Now, of course, says, I'm back. Just donated. It took me a while from Twitch, so I missed a few things. It is okay. Welcome back, and thank you so much for your donation. ASP Bunny says, yes, Robin's birthday is on a Sunday. Thank you so much for confirming that. Glitch says, my YouTube is frozen. Odd. Let me check and see if the YouTube stream is still running, because it shows everything is running fine. Yeah, it looks like it is up and running over there still, so... It might just be a Shift F5 type of hard reset thing over there and should be up and running again. Chung says, just getting off work. Did I miss much? Only 2 creepypastas, so.
Glitch says, I love waffles, but sweet potato pancakes, damn. So, the pancake place that we go to, what is that place called?
IHOP.
Baby Stacks. Fucking hate you. Baby Stacks has amazing pancakes, and they have a banana cream pie stack of pancakes, and their banana, I don't know, whipped cream, whatever they put on it, their sauce is so good. I'm weak for their banana cream pie.
I really like their chocolate chip and peanut butter pancakes. They're fucking delicious.
I can make those at home.
The Snark says, Baby Stacks. Yeah, but you don't. And they don't make me feel guilty or ask for favors from me when I go in there and order them. The only favor they ask is for me to pay my bill, and I can do that.
The Snark says, can y'all bring me back some Waffle House?
That's funny.
I was there says, waffles are pancakes with abs. All right.
Reading this one right here. Hang on. Waffles are pancake with abs is really fucking funny.
I don't know. Beats me, chickadee. I don't even know what that fucking means. Latreia says, I love the fall. I can start baking yummy dessert for family and friends. You can always send us dessert. I fucking love cookies. ASB Bunny says, Adam should award points to our Harry Potter houses every time he sees something we say that he likes.
I can do that.
But I don't know what everybody's houses are. Like, we have
a lot of
a Discord channel specifically for everyone to put their Harry Potter houses in. And it's really hard to... Yes. Did you not know that?
I thought we had a Discord channel for the Harry Potter game where you put in your ID.
No, we have a Harry Potter house one.
Okay, whatever.
I think everyone just puts their Harry Potter house in there. Beats me, chickadee. All I know is there is one where everyone says what they are, and I can never remember everybody.
The tree says, hashtag gluten intolerant. That sucks.
Oh, this sake is gluten-free.
That's funny.
The Snark says, German chocolate pancakes. Never had those there.
Chunkster says, Slytherin. Snark says Slytherin.
Wow, there's a lot of Slytherin.
Laura Ann's a Hufflepuff.
So it seems like a lot of Slytherin and Hufflepuffs.
I knew we had a lot of Hufflepuff. Good stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead and run the ad over there on Twitch. I don't know if there's actually, anyone watching who does not have a subscription yet because of how generous everyone's been for September. But if you don't have a subscription, you will see an ad for 60 seconds. If you do, you will not. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you will not. So I'm going to run that 60-second ad starting right meow. Cool.
Click, click. 1 minute of stuff.
Click,
Let's
click,
fill the...
boom.
All right. What is that from?
Glitch says, I was told by a test
Hufflepuff. There's freaking Slytherins. There's lots of Hufflepuffs. Wow. No Griffin Thoughts is what the Snark says.
Griffin Thoughts doesn't even make sense, though. It's not like it's Griffin Hots is their normal name. It's Griffin Doors. You should be calling them Griffin Whores.
What the fuck?
Obviously it rhymes. It's just a rhyming scheme.
Fuck.
Griffin Sex Workers doesn't work. I'm sorry.
911 girl says, fucking, I hate you, babe. That's not
I'm
what she said.
I'm a Ravenclaw. 911 girl says she's a Ravenclaw. I guarantee she agrees with me on Griffin Whore. Just saying.
Oh my
Vet Tech Cat says, I am not subbed. Someone send them a...
911 Girl says, the red velvet pancakes from Baby Stacks are bomb.
They are really good, too. I've had those, too, and they are excellent. They're all really good. I'm not going to lie. I fucking love Baby Stacks. I think they have amazing food.
Me too.
I used to love this place called Rise and Shine, and
once you have quality, Baby Stacks, it's not the same.
Its quality decline. It still has the best chicken fried steak that I've had in Las Vegas. However, I went to order it because my work did this really cool thing where they're like, we're going to have a scavenger hunt. We're sending everyone $30 to use on Grubhub or Uber Eats or something. They're like, get yourself lunch. We're all going to hang out. And that's what we're going to do. And so I was like, cool, I'm just going to order breakfast. And I went to Rise and Shine, and they didn't have the chicken fried steak on the online menu. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was so annoyed. So I wound up just ordering Dunkin' Donuts for everyone, which was cool.
This narc says, I was trying to type Griffin sex workers.
That's
Chunkster
hilarious.
says, my best friend adopted a kitten from a shelter. She named her Iris. That was actually our black cat's name when we first adopted her. Black cat's name
was Isis.
But, was it Isis?
Because she has that long neck and she looks like the statue of Isis.
Oh, no. Of the actual Egyptian god. Okay. I think the flower is an iris.
I think so, too.
Shit. I'm not smart. I don't get paid to be smart. I get paid to sit here. You get paid to be
smart. You're a fucking engineer. All right. Okay, cool. Latreia says, I'm a Gryffindor, but please don't hate me. No one hates you. Engineer says, I've taken the test 3 times and got every house except Hufflepuff. Wow. Clearly, that's the house I belong in. That's hilarious. I'm Beatrice. I'm Gryffindor for Hogwarts.
Captain Fake Guy says, where is this test? The test is on Pottermore.com. It's like the official website of Harry Potter. I am Beef Trainer says, I'm Gryffindor for Hogwarts. It's Ilvermorny. So Ilvermorny for the American Wizard School, which is, what is it fucking called?
I thought Ilvermorny was the school.
Is Ilvermorny the school?
Yeah.
And then it's like Puckwudgie,
Thunderbird.
All I know I'm a Puckwudgie. So Ilvermorny is the
American
school. So there's Puckwudgie's Hufflepuff. Thunderbird is, I want to say Zapdos.
We should check Zapdos. These at a different time.
I don't know. I don't fucking remember. There's so many. Yeah, man.
Captain Vega says, I feel like even though J.K. Rowling is problematic, it doesn't erase the very meaningful way that HP has impacted my life.
Right.
And also told a great story of tolerance. And I think that's very important, is that the work of fiction kind of separates itself from the author when you realize they might not actually represent the things that they wrote about. And it's almost like they put all the goodness that was in them onto paper and then sort of like sunk back into the darkness, which I think a lot of writers actually wind up doing. They just don't tweet as much. So
yeah, I don't care about J.K. Rowling at all, or Rowling. I think she can go fuck herself. But I love Harry Potter as a series, and I love the series she wrote as a man. I forget what her alias was. But those were really good too. She wrote like a bunch of mystery books that are fucking awesome. That got turned into a TV show. I don't know if you knew that. I actually watched
the Dresden Files.
No.
What is it then?
It's right over there. I forget what it's called.
All right, she's gonna check on that.
Oh, Robert Galbraith. That's the name.
What's the name of the series? Oh my God. The Snark says, don't forget, if you're giving gifts, buy from local artists on Etsy. I agree with that, but don't let them fucking gouge you. I think a lot of artists decide that their time is worth twice as much as it should be, and they charge you ridiculous amounts for something that you could have someone else make for much, much cheaper.
Cormoran Strike.
Cool.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Robin is up next with the stories this evening. So I'm going to hand it over to you, mark it, and go ahead and bring us back and get into the sequel of the theater.
Alrighty, so the sequel of my story is called The True Story of the Theater.
So the one you read before was bullshit? How dare you, Robin?
All right.
She just ignores me and moves along.
It goes. It's not something whispered about in certain circles. It's not something that comes in a plain-looking jewel case. It's not by a nameless, untraceable developer, and it's certainly not supernatural. The game in question is indeed called The Theater, R before the E, and was developed by a company called Salida Software. I'm fairly certain it's an English company, despite the Spanish name. As far as I know, all they made was learning software, which is funny because we were just talking about a bunch of learning software. In parentheses, it says, I have a maths suite from them somewhere around here. So, The theater was probably meant to be some sort of edutainment game. That's a pretty fucking good term I've never heard of before. The game was obviously never finished, probably from lack of funding or the whole company going under. I'm loving it. Oh, shit. McDonald's sounds good right now, too.
It really... I literally just pictured us driving there after the show. That's how hungry I am.
The description in the story is actually pretty accurate. It's in a first-person perspective with flat sprites in a 3D-ish environment, and glitchy as hell. The ticket taker has an egg-shaped body, and one of his hands is huge and misshapen, I think, to look like he's reaching towards you for your ticket. The description of the swirly head man is also accurate, just a glitched version of the ticket taker. But I saw a few people saying that he looks like Gigas.
It's an old video game bad guy.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember what series it's from.
Never heard of it.
Gigas is like this red swirl. It almost looks like a blood smear, but then it has like a face in the middle of it. And like the thing you can really make out is a mouth. It absolutely has like a mouth of like it's an angry mouth. It has like teeth.
Okay.
That are like rawr.
Like what?
Rawr.
Well, that's not the case. The features of his face are just swirled and are red because his lips are gigantic. I have absolutely no idea why this happens, because while there are a few character sprites in the game's resources, that isn't one of them. Oh, and just to clarify, the sprite is a bit creepy. That's all. It's not terrifying. It's never filled me with a sense of dread. It's just a bit creepy.
I really wonder if the person who wrote the sequel is the same person who wrote the original, or someone read the original and was like, I'm gonna write a sequel where I say everything from the first one is bullshit. Because that seems like a real passive-aggressive, shitty way to write a creepypasta.
The game plays pretty much exactly as stated in the story, so accurately, in fact, that I think the author just downloaded it somewhere and decided to make a scary story of his experiences. I'll admit that some things in it can be unsettling, but OMG, crap your pants scary. But not OMG, crap your pants scary. Like I said, the game is unfinished and very glitchy. Sounds like you're the one that made the game and you're the demon inside.
You're just making up a bunch of fucking excuses right now.
I think the idea is to select a movie from the posters on the wall, enter the theater, and play a minigame. The minigames are glitchy and missing resources to the point of being almost unplayable, but there doesn't seem to be a time limit on any of them. So you just have to plow through until you've done something right enough times to be dumped into the lobby. What's described in the story is what happens if you don't select a movie. You'll be allowed to enter the theater, but since the parameter of which game to load hasn't been set, you'll just be dumped back into the lobby. That's solid logic right there. Here's where it gets a bit weird. If you continue to enter the theater without choosing a movie, odd, sometimes creepy things will happen. I'm not sure why, but if I were to make an educated guess, it would be that glitching past the minigames like this causes variables to each values that they weren't meant to, resulting in things appearing where they shouldn't. Or, the game's just glitched to hell and back. It's been years, but here are some of the effects I can remember. So there's the swirly head man that we heard in the first story, right? Movie posters appearing out of their frame, textures changing color, legitimately disturbing audio issues, other characters, and other areas. The last two are obviously the most interesting ones. Sometimes you'll spawn in a small room with a back floor and green walls, which will crash the game if touched. Sometimes you'll appear in a room similar to the lobby with a concession stand. Kind of. There's a woman behind the counter with an incredibly poorly drawn popcorn machine and soda fountain. But it's all just an image on the wall. It's basically just a big yellow concession stand mural. I don't remember if you can interact with it or not. The only character that appears worth talking about is a guy in a brown jacket, who appears on the sidewalk outside the lobby. Looking back, I don't think the story mentioned this, but to the left of where you start out, the wall is a row of glass doors looking onto the street outside the theater. If you glitch past the minigames enough, a man in a weird-looking jacket, I think it's supposed to be tweed, it's a mess, with a huge smile on his face, will just be standing on the other side of the doors, staring at you. I mean, a huge smile, like Freaky Fred or Spark Brushel.
Who the fuck are they?
Fucking, I don't know. I've never heard of those people. actually, since he has the same body shape as the ticket taker, he looks a bit like the mayor from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, and you know what that is, right?
The short fat guy, right?
He has the dual faces.
Okay, yeah. I think. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I've never watched it all the way through.
I fucking hate you. I've been with you for so fucking long, and you've never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas all the way through. I hate you so much.
You ever seen The Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. I saw it before I met you.
Full of shit. I hate you. Move on. Moving on. I'll think of a movie that you haven't seen. I showed you That Thing You Do. What's up?
Okay, I sat through it and watched the whole thing through. You still haven't watched A Nightmare Before Christmas before
You should
me.
be grateful, because That Thing You Do is a goddamn masterpiece.
So is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Fucking no, we're not.
This is Halloween versus the song That Thing You Do.
Halloween.
I don't know.
No. There are way more bops in The Nightmare Before Christmas than That Thing You Do.
I'll bop you.
That's abuse. All right, anyway. His smile isn't creepy, though. It's just broad. What is creepy are his eyes. While the ticket taker, ashtray, and other sprites will always face you, the smiling guy is anchored in place like one of the walls. His eyes, however, are always staring right at you. Just thinking about that gives me chills. Okay. While there's nothing overtly scary or supernatural about the game itself, that's one thing that I will admit legitimately scares me. Like a porcelain doll. Not one from Adam's story that he just read. That's pretty much all there is to the theater. If you can find it somewhere, I'd recommend downloading it just to see what it's like. One thing I'd forgotten, as stated in the story, getting the thing to run is, to say the least, difficult. I think someone got a hold of all the code and resources and just compiled it and added their own installer or something. Again, nothing paranormal about the installation, it just doesn't work well. So this person is like...
shitting all over that first story.
Right. But is saying like, the theater is, it's a normal game. It's just a shite game. And there are a bunch of glitches in it. But there are parts about it that kind of freak me out.
This one character that's anchored to the ground has eyes that are always following you, and that's scary. It's almost like they decided to retcon the first one and like change stuff, but add stuff in. And I feel like there's a third installment coming that's going to like build off of the second one more than the first one. I don't know. Either way, it's just the concept of a game having like a ghost in the machine is certainly terrifying. So I'm interested to see how that all plays out when the third one releases. So
okay.
Good stuff.
Thanks. All right. Thank you so much to Anonymous Gifter for gifting a 1-month tier 1 sub to Vet Tech Cat.
Thank you so much, whoever I just harassed into doing that. All right. I'm going to scroll up and see.
You harassed someone?
I was like, someone get Vet Tech Cat a sub right now. We were talking about Patronuses.
So my Patronus is
my Patronus.
Actually, I think it's a Saint Bernard.
Mine's a Saint Bernard.
Yours is Saint Bernard. Yep. So I think mine is something.
Yours is cooler.
Is it?
Yeah, because mine sucks. I mean, I'm okay with it being a dog. Because I want like a fucking dragon or some shit, or a hippogriff.
Dragon. Rock the dragon.
All right. Scrolling. I'm Beatrice says, I have a question of the week for everyone. We're getting a second one. Seeing as we were just talking about the HP Hogwarts houses we were sorted into, what is everybody's Patronus? And that's what got everyone talking. I'm Beatrice says, mine is a dolphin Patronus. And What's for Dinner says, my Patronus was a fucking salmon.
What?
Hey, your Patronus is versatile and can be cooked in a bunch of different ways. There's nothing wrong with that. In regards to Gigas, I'm What's Your Name says, was that the bad guy in Earthbound?
No, I got a Saint Bernard.
Are you a Saint Bernard?
Yeah,
I have to go check
different.
mine now.
I think yours is different.
I think I have a Saint Bernard.
Because I was like, Saint Bernard, that's all right. You know what I mean? Has booze on them all the time, right?
What?
Saint Bernard?
Booze on them?
They have the little barrels of booze that when they go into the mountains.
Are they born like that?
No, but you can...
I've literally never heard of that before.
What?
Can you read the chat while I check my Patronus now?
Yeah, of course I can. Sweet thing.
I'm also going to check the Gigas and see where that's from. I think you're right.
Giggity goo.
Earthbound.
Glitch says Tekken.
Yep. Mother and Earthbound.
That's what I'm What's Her Name said. Yeah, was that the bad guy in Earthbound? All right. The Snark says, crispy spam and mac and cheese. That sounds fucking amazing. I can't believe that the dolphins and salmon were options for
I can't believe salmon was an option. The dolphin's like this majestic type of creature.
The snark says, I got a field mouse. I was big mad. It's the thing with the field mouse. It's like, it's so small. How would you scare away a Dementor?
Hey, they can scare elephants. That's confirmed by Mythbusters.
I'm What's for Dinner says, I'm real salty over having a mindless fish as a Patronus. Salmon are delicious, but they are not protectors. You could have had a carp, right? Carp are mindless fish. Magic carp. You got one too?
St. Bernard, bitches.
Shit, twinsies.
Ow.
That wasn't even that hard.
I wasn't set up yet.
You moved your hand into my hand and it made a loud
slap. I moved
slap.
my hand backwards and you attacked my hand.
The snark says, I just see a salmon jumping and smacking Dementors in the face repeatedly until they run away. What the fuck? Let's see.
You don't win.
I'm What's says, has she ever seen Independence Day? Still never seen Independence Day. But we've never sat down to try and watch it. I always sit down and I'm like, we're going to try and watch this movie. And
You've
then
done that one
asleep.
fucking time. And I was already taking a nap. And she's like, wake up, we're going to watch this. And I've been like, all right, well, I'm already asleep. So this
and then when I say, let's watch Independence Day, he says, no, we got to watch it for the podcast.
I do say that because we should start this goddamn podcast. Just saying, graduate already. Fuck. That's what's holding us back.
You hold me back.
Fucking, I'll punch you in the face.
Chunkster says, my Patronus is a weasel. ASB Bunny says a wombat. What?
Wombat's not that bad.
Let's see. Liz Tree says, mine is a rat or a weasel, I think. What else is there? ASB Bunny says, Ravenclaw is the smart house. Debatable.
No. It's confirmed.
I'm Beef Trainer says, I love the Weasel Patronus. That was an awesome scene.
What we really need to be talking about is what Aja everyone is, because I feel like I'd be a blue because I'm always searching for causes. Might be a green because I like to fuck. I don't know. You'll learn what those things are when Wheel of Time comes out. So.
I fucking hate that shit.
You know what, Snarked? I want to know what you think Robin would be if she was in the White Tower.
I would be all-powerful master of the tower.
I think that's called the fucking... What is her name? The Amarillan Seat. Jesus, read a book.
I'm not reading 14 of those pieces of shit.
They're excellent books. Shout out to Ronald, who just followed us over there on Twitch. I don't know. I'm trying to think. She wouldn't be a white.
Oh, the Snark says black. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what's
they're
the
secret.
difference?
You have to actually pick an Aja before you can be a black Aja. Black are like the shadow. They're the people who follow the evil person. Like they're the Death Eaters from Harry Potter. But they've already been sorted, you know?
Okay.
You get to pick your Aja, too. You don't get sorted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You 100% get to pick.
What are the differences?
It's like the blues are the ones that are looking for causes and to go out into the world to protect things. The greens are the ones who are the war Aja, so they'll fight all the battles.
Yes,
but they have multiple warders, and they're the only Aja that actually marries their warders, who are the male guys who are there to protect them. Red hunt men. Their only thing to do is to hunt men who can channel and fucking kill them or steal them. They never have male warders. They never have warders, period. So that's 3 of them. White are like the bookworms that are like really flighty. So are the browns. The white and the browns are very similar.
Alessa
Yellow
over on YouTube says, I'd be brown Aja. I'd disappear into the library to hang out with books.
I think a lot of folks would be browns. Yellows are the healers. People that are really good at healing
I'd be yellow.
Yellows.
I'd be yellow. Because I'm Asian. JK, LOL. It's true, though.
Blue, green, red.
I would actually want to heal people.
Brown,
I'd be like Mercy. I would just walk around with my stick, healing people everywhere.
Be cool. I'm trying to remember what's the 7th. Blue, green, yellow, white, brown, red. Which one did I miss? Fuck. God damn it. This always happens. Captain Vega would want to be green.
Solid.
Green, yellow, white.
Nefcore says, I keep getting disconnected on Twitch. That sucks.
I don't know. I've forgotten.
And so Matrix says, I'm a Ravenclaw with an Impala Patronus. I would be... Do you remember those gifts?
Great. Oh, my God.
Do you remember those gifts that were going around that were like John Travolta from Stranger Than Fiction just walking around as a Patronus? Like,
John Travolta is not in the movie Stranger Than Fiction.
Not Stranger Than Fiction. You know what I'm talking about, bitch.
Fiction?
Pulp Fiction, you fucking bitch.
Have you ever seen Pulp Fiction, Robin?
Yes, I have.
What? Since when?
Since never.
Since you're a goddamn liar. That's when.
Pulp Fiction's what I meant, where he's just like looking around lost. That would be me. That would be my Patronus, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in life.
I could see that.
All right. Read your story.
All right. It's funny. The Snark goes, what am I saying? I'd be hunted. Right? Yeah. We'd be being hunted down, and that would suck balls. So I'm going to mark it. We're going to get into the last story of
I want you to says, I feel this way when people start talking about The Last Airbender.
That's funny.
I have been around so many people that watch Avatar that I'm just like, oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, the Bendy Wendy's. I know what you're talking about. The Benders.
I just know all the characters because everyone always talks about them.
Like Korra.
Yeah, and stuff like that.
And
because Korra got her own show.
What's the main guy's name? Wang?
Chung.
I was like, is that his fucking name?
No.
I don't know. I am actually going to read now since we're blanking on this. All right, someone's going to be in the chat like, it's this. And we're going to be like, oh, okay, cool.
I know Appa is the big fucking flying bison. I forget what is the main character's name.
We're not talking about this anymore. I'm going to read. We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the last pasta.
Aang. His name is fucking Aang. I'm sorry. I had to say it because it popped into my head.
It's your fucking
I'm sorry, dog. Sorry.
All right.
You get into your story
Shut
now.
up.
Shut up.
I love you.
Fucking I still have 2 drinks, I think.
My beer is gone, dude. This shit is too good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into the last creepypasta of the show, and this one is called String Theory. Starts out like this. Have you ever had an experience that suggested someone else was in your house and just thought, I don't want to know, and left it?
No.
No, I get sent to investigate every
Yeah.
time. Sometimes fear of the unknown just seems like the preferable option than facing a real concrete danger. Normally, it's nothing though. One time, the beeper function on my wireless house phone went off when I was the only one home. It could only be called from the living room. Another time, I swear someone took change from my desk. They're all probably just slightly disconcerting tricks of the memory. But what would you do when something truly suggestive happens? Would you run or just ignore it like I did?
When I hear suggestive, I think sexy.
Yeah. Last Monday was a normal day. I got up, brushed my teeth, changed into school clothes, all little parts of my morning ritual. It seemed like it would be another totally unnoteworthy day until I saw the strings. There were 3 or 4 thick twine strings in my room. They crisscrossed between the walls around my bed, one attached to the door. No way would I have missed them before. I should have tripped over them. They were tied to pins in the walls, which had also not existed before 10 seconds ago. Nobody could have been in my room while I was in it, let alone set this up. It was early and my brain wasn't processing correctly. I simply discredited the site, untied the strings, and left for school, leaving them balled up on my desk. It didn't get any better later. Outside my house, there were hundreds of them, tied between houses, around cars, across streets. This had to be some super elaborate prank. One of those hidden camera shows or a comedy improv blog. They had gotten everyone else to play along. Passers-by were tangled in them, tying them to objects they were walking towards and away from, as if they had been and were continuing to follow the course laid out for them. I nervously continued my journey to school. On the bus, everyone except me was tied to the door. At school, groups of friends were tied to each other. Teachers were tied to their desks and boards. Oddly enough, at this point, all I could wonder was why I had been left out. When my friend Lucy sat behind me in first period, she simply plonked her bag down on my lap and rested her chin in her hand, looking right past me to the window outside.
So it's like you weren't there at all.
Hey, Lucy. No response. Come on, I didn't expect you to be in on this too. She sighed and started taking books from her bag. All the books were tied to her hands. I grinned and yanked one of the strings off a book. She didn't seem to notice, instead simply disregarded the book completely, letting it drop to the floor without a moment's hesitation. I leaned down, picking up her book, and placed it back on her desk. She took no notice. Well, if that's how we're going to play it. I smiled, trying to look playful, but really just trying to hide my nervousness. I bundled all the strings attached to her together with one hand, then pulled them all free. She blinked, turning to stare at me. Holy crap, Martin, you're like a ninja or something. I've been sitting here for maybe 10 minutes. I smiled again, relieved my friend had finally, quote-unquote, noticed me. Where did all these strings come from, she gasped, seemingly noticing for the first time. I assumed you were all fucking with me. She stood up, backing into a corner. No one else in the class noticed. They weren't here just a minute ago. Do you see them too? Her tone made it clear she was genuinely scared. No, didn't you? I was interrupted by my teacher slamming the door behind her. Everyone except me and Lucy murmured a good morning, and still no one seemed to pay either of us any notice. People have been ignoring me all day, I said to Lucy before turning to our teacher. Hey, dumb bitch, you can't teach for shit.
It sounds like you.
No reaction. I'm getting away from all this shit. Lucy pulled a few strings aside and left the class. I followed and, surprise, surprise, no one else noticed. We wandered the corridors, leaving and entering classes as we saw fit. Whenever we untied a chair or a book from someone else, it was like it suddenly didn't matter to them. It didn't exist. I showed her the street outside. There were more strings than when I came in this morning, twice as many. We carefully picked our way through the tangle, making our way to a nearby coffee shop. Not particularly grand, I know, but what would you do in our situation? As I said, fear of the unknown sometimes seems like the safer option. On a few occasions, I suggested we untie a few more people. Lucy was opposed to it, remembering how terrified she'd been. In the coffee shop, we grabbed a couple of sandwiches and drinks from the fridge. We found a table, untied all strings attached to the chairs, and sat down. We both ate in silence, both of us too scared, both of us distracting ourselves by watching strangers in the shop, oblivious to the strings.
All right, I'm down with this story so far. I'm actually interested. I want to know what's going on.
After 20 minutes, Lucy spoke up. Now she's going to take that sandwich, she said, pointing at a woman across the shop. Sure enough, she walked to the fridge and took the plastic wrapped sandwich she was tied to. She pays for it and leaves. She did so, according to the prophecies of the strings. That guy doesn't intend to pay. I watched as a man took his coffee and ran out of the store, the two servers just looking too exasperated to go after him. This is horrible, she whimpered. Let's go, please. Outside wasn't much better. Everyone just followed the strings instructions, going about their daily lives. Lucy announced she was going home to sleep this off, and I agreed to walk her home. She only lived 10 minutes away. Away from the busier part of town, there were fewer strings. It was nicer. We could pretend it wasn't happening. When we turned onto Lucy's street, she stopped, her mouth falling open. What now? I broke the silence, my voice sounding surprisingly small. Look. She pointed outside of her neighbor's house. She pointed outside one of her neighbor's houses. I saw it clearly, and I'll take my memory of that moment till the day I die. A little dark imp, maybe 3 feet tall, walking along with its knuckles on the ground, almost like a monkey. It had 2 bulbous yellow eyes, taking up half its face, and no mouth or any other facial features. It was holding a hammer and a ball of twine, which it was letting out behind it. It walked quickly and quietly from the front door of the house to the mailbox. It stopped, hammered a nail into the side of the box, and tied its string around it. It turned to face us and stopped when it spotted us. My bottom fell out even further than it already had been, but it just... What the fuck is the sentence? My bottom fell out even further than it had already been, which to me sounds like you're shitting your pants. But it just started with a look of surprise and curiosity. You could almost say it was more frightened. God damn it!
It's written right.
I know. You could almost say it was the more frightened one. Suddenly, it beckoned us with its tiny hand. I looked at Lucy, and she hadn't moved. I looked back at the imp, which stared at me. I halved the distance between us, then halved it again. This wasn't fear of the unknown anymore. It was fear of this little guy. Didn't seem like anything to be scared of. When I was a meter away from it, it extended its hand. Hi? I shook it. It nodded in approval, blinking its massively yellow eyes up at me. So you're the ones in charge of the strings. It nodded eagerly. I called Lucy over, but she stayed where she was. There are more of you? Another nod. I wanted to ask it so many questions about what it was and where it came from, but it seemed for now I was stuck with only yes or no questions. Do we even have free will? It just looked at me almost sadly. I immediately felt sick to my stomach and couldn't bear looking at the little monster anymore. I grabbed Lucy, who had been listening to our exchange and now sat on the curb with her head in her hands. Come on. We entered her house and I made her a cup of tea. When I found her in the living room, she had untied her dog and was curled up with it crying. I set the tea down and sat beside her. I'm so scared.
I would do that too, though. If I wound up in that world, I would definitely untie our dog.
I would notice our dog was missing. It would be the one thing that I'd be like, what the fuck is happening? And of course you. I'm so scared, she whispered after a good 10 minutes of sobbing. I didn't answer. I couldn't. I'm going to sleep, she mumbled suddenly, and was under within the minute. Sleep was starting to sound pretty good all of a sudden. My eyelids suddenly felt like they were being weighed down. I collapsed to the rug, and the last thing I heard before I fell asleep was the scurrying of several sets of little feet nearby. I felt much better the next day, as if the whole affair had been a dream. I'd probably have believed that it had... God damn it.
You okay there, Tiger?
I'd probably have believed that it had... God fucking damn it. This sentence is killing me. I'd probably have believed that if I hadn't been awoken by Lucy's mother that morning, wondering what I was doing sleeping over without permission or something. Over breakfast, Lucy asked me why I looked so pale and nervous. I turned to her and smiled, mumbling something about feeling sick. But the truth was, I was scared because I couldn't see any strings, and was wondering whether my actions were truly my own.
The idea that you can't control your own actions is terrifying. The fact that somebody else premeditates all your actions and chooses them for you.
Yeah, what's really funny to me about that story is when we started reading it, or when I started reading it, or whatever, and they talk about there are some folks who it's like, it's better to just not know, like not knowing is the better option.
Yeah.
I've never, ever thought that. I've never thought like not knowing is the better option. I'm just not that kind of person. And when it comes to like the entire theme of the story about like whether or not you have free will or all of your actions are decided, I feel like someone who wouldn't want to know, like ignorance is bliss type of thing, would prefer it if there were strings, because then they don't have to deal with the pressure of ever thinking they'd have to make a decision. The decision is being made by someone else. Therefore, it's someone else's responsibility and someone else's blame. So you never really have to be frozen by anxiety, because you can always just blame someone else rather than actually being empowered by the free will that you may or may not have, according to this story. So it's pretty good, though. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yeah.
Halfway through it, you're like, oh, man, I'm really digging this story. And then we're done with it. And you're like, what the fuck ever? I don't care anymore.
No. I did enjoy it. I thought it was really interesting. Because like I said, when the story was over, like the idea that not controlling your own actions is absolutely terrifying. And, then again, being responsible for all my actions is also terrifying. Like, this is why you're a failure. It's all your fucking fault, you know?
Damn, dog.
Like, damn.
Getting dark. I don't know. I don't think you're a failure. I don't think anyone out there is a failure. So shout out to everyone who listened to this. You're not a failure. All right, let's look over into stream chat, and then I'm going to fire up Marbles on stream to finish out the show. Shout out to Ronald, who subscribed using Prime Gaming and also donated 100 bits. We appreciate that.
Yeah, follow, subscribed, and cheered. You're fucking killing it.
It's pretty good stuff. All right, going to keep scrolling. I'm B-Tran says I'm lost over the colors thing. It's Wheel of Time.
It's Wheel of Time, yeah. Let's see. The Snark says, I will 100% give into the darkness. I believe that.
I would not. I would fight that shit. I would let someone kill me eventually when it started taking me too. Oh, God, there's just so many good scenes in that fucking series I want to talk about. But now that there's going to be a TV show, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Snark says hashtag Team Fire Ferrets. I don't know what that one's about. All right, gonna keep scrolling. Glitch says I found a stick. Am I a wizard, Harry?
You know, on Pottermore, it actually gives you like your wand that you would get. Yeah. Depending on, you know, what type of.
I was gonna read mine out, but I was like, nah, I don't want to get everyone going down the path of
Harry Potter road.
Yeah.
There's someone before the pandemic, I think in 2018, that did their house up at like a haunted house, but it was like Harry Potter themed in their garage. Like you could walk through it, but it was all Harry Potter stuff. Like you could make your own wands and stuff like that. I don't know if it was in our neighborhood or in a neighborhood nearby, but I really wanted to go and we never did.
So I'll share this story really fast. We did a decorating contest for our teams over at Tesla back when I still worked there. And you could only decorate the cubicles that you were at. So we decorated all of our stuff Harry Potter themed. We had like the clouds that were like we had like Christmas lights that were put into a bunch of cotton to look like clouds that had a bunch of lightning. And then we made a collage on the wall behind us that looked like Hogwarts. So that looked super cool. We had like platform 9 3/4 out of one of the pillars. We put like paper that was printed out that looked like bricks all over it. And we just had tons and tons of shit.
Painted it, like hand painted all the bricks.
No, we just printed it.
Because someone had the sponges and they were like...
That was for something else.
Oh, okay.
Completely different. Anyways, we made like Dementors. We turned one of the conference rooms by us into the Great Hall. So we had like floating candles that we used like fish line for. And we put a ton of hours into it. And then like one of the people who was supposed to be a judge decided he wanted to decorate his area. So he just took the smallest conference room, which was significantly smaller than any of the other shit. It's like the size of this room. And he put up like black tarp on the wall and the ceiling, which we were told we were not allowed to do. We were not allowed to block out the light overhead. And then he just like put in a desk and put more black tarp over it and put a cauldron on it and just had like chocolate coins in it. And then he won.
That's horseshit.
When he won, we're all like, I don't know who the judges are, but you all are fucking morons. Like every single one of you. And the other team that came in second did the same thing. They just did like a bunch of black tarps and they put them over the walls and over the lights. And I was like, so no one followed the fucking rules that everyone was like, I had to live by when I was printing out stuff and putting it onto the pillar. And I had to make sure that I wasn't covering it from top to bottom, which I fucking did anyways. And so we wound up getting third. And I was like, you guys fucking suck. My team works super hard. I'm going to encourage them to never participate in the Halloween events again because you guys just wanted to give so-and-so fucking gift cards to some bullshit so you could all go get drunk together. And it was so fucking annoying. But still bitter about it. Avi. All right, gonna keep scrolling. Glitch says, hell yeah, LOL, I have nothing bad to say about the movies. Just never seen them. I know things, but I have no idea. Interesting.
Lizardtree says, do your mouth noises. Mark your edit marks. No, Adam has to manually mark the edit marks.
Yeah, mouth noises will not really show up very well, especially since some of them are just going to happen naturally. I mark as we record. So if you ever see me like looking down, it's because I'm pressing the button that lets me know, re-listen to this, see if it needs to be edited.
Ralph says, for the record, I enjoyed the movies. Never watched any more than once, but I enjoyed them all. What? We watch them all at least once every year. I love those movies so much. I mean, the books are good, but the movies are also good. I just love the idea that there's a magical place out there. And I really want to go to the Florida Harry Potter world so fucking bad.
Beasner says, anyone watch Midnight Madness or Squid Game on Netflix? We're in the middle of Midnight Madness.
I keep seeing Squid
Midnight
Game.
Mass, I think it's called, actually. No spoilers.
Yeah, no Squid spoilers Game. On Midnight Mass. We finished episode 3, so we're on episode 4. But we're not going to watch it till next weekend, because this weekend we have a convention out here. It's called Unicon. If you folks are in the Las Vegas area, we are going to be at Unicon. It's at the World Market Center, and it is a comic convention. Comic/sports convention.
It's my jam. Very excited.
So, yeah, if you folks are interested, you can stop by that one.
Squid Game actually put in a phone number that's a real functioning phone number.
Shut up.
And since the episode went live, I think they said the guy's gotten like 6,000 phone calls or something like that from people who have been like, there's always fucking people out there who need to check and see if a phone number's real. And they call it.
I saw a video. Someone posted a video on Instagram or something of there were these cookies that are from the show Squid Game, and they're like honeycomb. I don't know. It was really interesting, really strange, and I kind of want to make them.
Beast Nerd says, as a Buddhist, I believe that life is all set in its way. It makes me comfy to know that crap that happens isn't all my fault. I didn't
know you were Buddhist. What?
says, I think I heard her mumble something about Adam's silky voice soothing her into sleep like a satin sheet.
Nope.
She wouldn't say anything that nice to me. Leslie says, hashtag no one is a failure. ASP Bunny says, all the colors are similar to IRL witchcraft. Enzo Matrix says, I have used Scaryish to soothe myself to sleep more than once. Cat in Vegas says, oh yeah, I definitely use podcasts to sleep. I realized too that this stupid fucking mail alert is actually coming through. And it's really annoying because it's not just the mail alert. It is the like Windows alert anytime something pops up, and they're all supposed to be fucking disabled.
Interesting.
Like I got a Microsoft Store alert. I got a fucking Google Chrome alert from Netflix for Jennifer. It's like, what the hell is going on right now? I got a Discord alert, and I blame Captain Fake Eye because it was her. And they should. My notifications are not supposed to be making noise, and they've been happening the entire fucking show. And I apologize.
Have you ever seen Jennifer's Body?
No.
It's a fucking awful movie.
It's probably why I haven't seen it.
I was says, really? I put Scaryish on to fuck.
Same
Solid.
here.
Ken Vegas says, oh, sorry. No, you go ahead.
Say goodnight. It's sleep time for me.
Good night. We'll see you in 2 weeks, JK. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Ruined my life and said JK. Oh, you're the worst. Ken Vegas said, just see LOL. So I'm just going to pretend like I don't know what that is.
I don't know. It depends on whatever the stars. Someone typed in something that turned up to be stars. Who knows? Alyssa says those judges were biased as fuck.
They were like always full of shit. I won a contest one time which was all about productivity, and they hyped up like first place prize is a $300 noise canceling headset, and then we won by a mile. My team won, and after like a month I was like, so when do you guys give out the prizes? And they're like, oh, we already did. I was like, okay, but my team very clearly won. We were in the lead the entire time and we won, so what happened to my noise canceling headset? And the boss is like, are you really going to complain about this? Like, I was like, well, everyone else that wins a contest gets their prize. So she like stomped over to the supply closet, went in there, and there's like 60 of these fucking things. She just handed me one. And I was like, I'm curious who you gave these to and pretended like they won. And she just like stared at me. I was like, you know what? Fucking never mind. And I just like walked away. Like, you fucking suck so bad. There's so many shitty people.
Says, I'm real good at winning Tesla Halloween costumes.
That's true. Snark is good at that.
Lizard Tree says, I have a skeleton on my wall at work, and I had different seasonal hats stamped for different holidays.
That's hilarious.
Alyssa says, the Harry Potter books are on my to be read. I was a huge reader as a kid, but somehow never got around to reading them. They're really good. Beastner says, what's your booth, Robin, for us who will be there? Oh, 13. So it'll be me and the JJ Obsession, and Adam will be there too. But yes, we'll be there all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's freaking wrestling. There's a tattoo. We're right next to the tattoo booth, y'all. If you guys want to get tattoos at the convention, I'm contemplating getting a tattoo at the convention. Oh my god, I'm excited. It'll be great. Snark
says, was it A? Because fuck her. A? No, it was the one above that. It was D. It was D. Just like, you fucking kidding? I'm pretty sure A was the one who collected the prize though. So, just saying. All right, we're caught up on that, which means we're going to be chit-chatting from here on out, which means I need to get marbles on stream. She was the fucking worst, dude.
I don't know. D was pretty fucking
D
bad.
sucked, but A was the worst.
Oh.
Please take that off.
No, but it's so comfy for me.
Not for me.
Beast Nerd says, see you guys all 3 days. Ralph, are you going to get a tattoo there? Because, what's oh god, what is it called? Revolt Tattoo is gonna be there, and we're right next to them, and we're only like 6 tables away from them. So I'm gonna be staring at that booth all day, like, tattoos. Fuck, it's gonna be real bad.
Gotta wait for me if we're all getting tattoos together. Just saying. Lizard says, Robin, I need your approval for a tattoo design for SpookyCon.
Tattoo design for SpookyCon? What? Who's getting a tattoo? Beast Nerd says, if you're in, I'll do it too. I don't know what tattoo I'd want to get.
We'll have to check it out.
It's really tempting. I want to get like something small, like SMOL small. I just want to get something small. I don't want anything big. Big tattoos kind of scare me right now because I want to get a cover-up tattoo for this side because I have that stupid tattoo. It's not that the tattoo's stupid. I just hate having a tattoo that matches my ex, and so I'm like, fuck.
Cheese grater. All right.
So I want to cover up.
Exclamation point vote. Then a space, then the number that goes with the track you would like to race. I'm going to put this on local stats so we can see which tracks we have and have not yet raced. Go ahead and start voting.
Aw, Glitch says I would totally get a Robin Grace Art OG tattoo.
Someone actually has the spooky...
Oh, yeah, someone got the horn.
The demon horn.
Logo. Yeah, tattooed. Which is so fucking cool. Oh, it's amazing. You guys are great.
Shout out to Ashley Faison, who just resubscribed for the 20th month and said, woo, I made it in time.
I gotta hop on Twitch, huh?
Samesies.
St. Bernard.
All right, I saw the St. Bernard when I opened up my phone, too. Like, hey, just a reminder, your Patronus is a dog. God, I hate hearing my own voice so much.
Because you're a dog. Oh.
I'm not a dog, though. Unless you mean, like, in all the best of ways. Oh, shit, I'm gonna let it go.
Let it go.
Oh shit, shout out to Malum who just resubscribed for the 19th month, putting money back into his own pocket.
Alessa says your drawings / logos for Scaryish are super cute. I love them. Thank you so much. I really
agree.
Appreciate it. I haven't drawn anything in so long, and it's so sad because there's so much stuff to do for school, and I really just want to sit there and draw.
Actually, Faison says, what a guy, which is hilarious. Glitch says it needs to be in Dallas. Haha, if it was in Dallas, we wouldn't be able to go. Beast Nerd says Nefcore Vegas by the North Outlets. Yeah, it's the World Market Center is
so
this
there's
huge
the,
fucking building.
The North Outlets, and right next to the North Outlets is this World Market Center. They just renovated and built like a new convention center area. So yeet, 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 yeet.
So random noises.
Oh, also the new pins will be posted by the end of the night on my Etsy. The Shiba Inu like skull Kigurumi pin is up. I just need to post the other ones. I have been trying to grade them, so I'll just grab one right now.
How did I accidentally open up an app in front of another app and now I can't close it?
Oh, let me see.
Oh, there it is. Cool.
Yes, look at it. It's so cute.
All right, so right now, the Delta has the most votes.
These turned out so good. Yeah, I really like them.
And we're going to go with it. So we haven't raced this one before. Let's jump in there and see who's going to take the first victory of the evening.
I'm in. I'm the first. Fuck you.
Well done. Exclamation point play if you want to be like Robin.
Duh, duh, duh. Yeah, there's going to be 4 new pins, but I've only gone through the Shiba ones so far.
Giving it a 60-second countdown from right now. So if you have not yet joined, you have 60 seconds to do so. We already have 14 marbles in the race. We know there's more of you watching than that. More of you want a chance to win a free sticker. Oh shit, Adam, did you say free sticker? I sure did, Adam. I said a free sticker. If you win, you get a free sticker. All right, cool. Good stuff. Snark says, damn it, Robin, that's my thing. LOL, you're on a delay.
Oh, wait. Oh, because I was in the game first. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right, 30 seconds left. 17 marbles now. 18 marbles. You can always race and just pass the thing if you already have too many stickers, or it's up to you. But, I mean, you want to win, right? We got to win. I'm pretty sure whoever won the Battle Royale last time has a fuck ton of points and the rest of us don't. Don't remember who it was. I just remember that it paid out a lot
of points. I wonder if the points are just based on wins or how many.
It's based on how many marbles are in the game when you race. It's not like an exact amount, but it fluctuates based off of that. All right, so it's a 3-lap race. Right now in first place is I Am Beef Trainer with I Am What's for Dinner right behind. You guys haven't been feeling well, but it looks like you have your second win back. However, Robin's like, fuck y'all, all y'all, and took the lead for a minute. However, I Am Beef Trainer has taken back the lead.
Look at those kittens.
So cute. So very cute. Kind of like this track. It's nice and big. It's not just a paper clip. And it has some like really sharp turns as well. And What's for Dinner is now in the lead with Glitch Grim. Trying to pass on the outside. Days of Thunder style. And it totally winds up working. Slingshots around IMB Trainer.
I didn't realize Days of Thunder is so similar to Top Gun.
Yeah, it's like Top Gun in fucking NASCAR cars.
Right.
All right. Stock cars. Excuse me. We got some folks that were... Actually, everyone's pretty clustered up. I think if we have a wreck at the front, it's possible that some folks could catch up. However, Glitch is like way out front with IMB Trainer and What's for Dinner pushing second and third.
Glitch is going to win.
Glitch is way ahead, but I mean, they're bump drafting back there. There's a lot of different aerodynamic things happening. So, I mean, if all it takes is for Glitch to go into the wall a little bit and get slowed down, and it's possible that he's going to get past.
Oh, no, I think he's going to win.
Let's go ahead and watch the chase cam here.
Boom.
Glitch is crossing, going into the last lap. Lots of folks as well. Holy shit. And then there's the people at the back, just like me, actually, Faison and Latreia. God damn
Glitch
it.
says don't hit the pace car. I just started watching Yomawari cycle, and I did not realize how cute bicycling could be. Like, they make it seem so freaking intense in that anime, just like any of the other sports animes.
Oh shit, it's going to come down to it. IMB Trainer and Glitch.
No. I think Glitch is going to win. He's way
Glitch
ahead.
has it. Yep. Congratulations, Glitch. You took home the victory. Pretty good stuff. No one died because that's not the kind of track this was. The Snarked is second to last, and actually Faison rounds out our bottom two.
The Snark said exclamation point blue show.
That's funny. Glitch winds up with 7 additional points, going up to 18.
Yeah, look at Lisbetry,
on the
98 fucking
Lisbetry
points.
is definitely going to win this unless we do another battle royale
We can do a
before
battle
the
royale
season
for the last.
ends. Let's just read out the top 10, the people who went up and the people who are in double digits. All right, IMB Trainer goes up to 12, Amelia P goes up to 8, Dinosaur Z goes up to 5. I want to doubles. Their point total goes up to 2. Entomatrix is at 4. Beast Nerd is off the schneid and has 1. Robin Grace has 11. Bob also now has 1.
Glitch says, I shall pass my win to Ronald. So Ronald, if you want to type in !play, if you're still there.
I was going to say, I don't think Ronald raced.
I think it's just like...
But if Ronald's still here,
yeah,
go for it. All right, do you want to do a battle royale to end it? Or do you want to do a regular race?
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Well, let's just do a battle royale.
I'm going to win.
I don't like doing battle royales as much because I always fucking die, but that's okay.
That's because everyone attacks you first.
Because I can't type in my commands on who to attack. ! Vote, then a space, and then 1 or 2. That's all I got. So
I want to say... There used to be more.
Oh yeah, it used to be 6. It will not let me connect to the chat.
Let's see. Ralph says, how do we play? I think you type in ! target space at the @ symbol and then whoever it is you want to attack.
Yeah, I think that is correct. All right, it's pretty holy shit. Lots of votes just came in. Pyramid is in the lead. However, Prime isn't that too far behind. I'm going to wait for just a second, and we'll see if we can get anything closer, or if we're just going to go with Pyramid. I'm also going to type in ! target at the Robin Grace.
What?
So I'm ready to go when the match starts.
Yeah, I got it. I got my text in too.
All right. Royale Pyramid is the race, is the battlegrounds we are about to enter.
Oh, wait. I got to actually type in ! play first.
Ha, I tricked you.
You forgot, didn't you?
Fuck yeah, I forgot.
All right.
Cool.
I'm in it to win it. This looks like just farmland.
I think this is the track we raced last time, too.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to give us a 60-second countdown from right now. Everyone get their marble in. And it's basically bash on each other until all the other marbles are dead. And we'll see how long that takes. So
Cool. No doubt. ! Play to get your marble in.
We have 17 marbles currently entered. I think we had 18 last time. I'm not going to hold it against anyone, but y'all are breaking my heart.
Don't go breaking my heart. Oh my gosh, the Septa in Ted Lasso can sing like a freaking...
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
I thought you were just talking about how she's super hot, but yeah.
No. For me, in that show, it's Jason Sudeikis and the guy who plays Roy, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, Roy. I think the Septa is just like... I think it's funny that they have like a confidence issue for her character and her appearance, because like... She's super tall. She's super hot. I don't think this would happen in real life, but if it does, she acts it very well. All right. The battle is about to begin. I'm just going to follow around the biggest clusterfuck I can find, so let's do it. I see a lot of ! target mail 'em. Y'all can fuck right off. All right. I'm targeting Robin, so that apparently is working. Robin's targeting me. We're going to beat the shit out of each other. We're going to see whose reinforcements get there first. All right, Nevcor's targeting Beast Nerd. Beast Nerd's targeting I Am Beef Trainer.
I hope you lose. Yes. Tap
Damn,
him again.
Dude.
Tap him again.
What the hell is happening?
Oh, you
yeah! Take it! Beautiful. I don't even care what happens to me after this. Robin went down super quick, and I think we can all agree that's how it should have happened.
Sounds like your ball's just too OP.
Thank you. And you were the first one to go out, too. We just went straight up fucking deathmatch at each other as soon as we saw each other. Lots of people targeting Beast Nerd. I'm What's Your Dinner puts down Dinosaur Z. Lots of people targeting me. It's pretty fucked up. It's because you're looking for an easy kill, which Entomatrix just got. Looks like Amelia P is pretty low on HP as well. We got some people that are not damaged at all. I'm What's for Dinner is pretty damaged as well. The Snark has been defeated by
I'm
Latrab.
pretty damaged.
Shut up. And I think everyone's just sort of hanging out in this clusterfuck right here. Amelia P is super low on health, but man, if there's like an item out there to boost... never mind. IMB Trainer has eliminated Amelia P. I think
Oh
this
my
item,
god, Ralph.
Yep, that item right out there does something to I'm What's for Dinner. We'll find out, I guess, here in a sec. It kind of looks like you lost health after you picked it up. Beast Nerd has defeated Nefcore. Exclamation point Ron says I'm What's for Dinner. That's hilarious. Oh, dang.
Top
Bob the Builder
10
takes out Beast Nerd and
situation.
Glitch. ASB Bunny takes out Laura Ann. Lots of shit going down over here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Chunkster takes down I'm What's for Dinner. Man, everyone's just missing each other over here.
But like this corner has such low health for. Oh shit.
IMB Turner takes out ASB Bunny. Enzo Matrix got hit super
Bob,
hard by
run!
Red Kato, but did
Run,
not
Bob!
die. We're down to 6. Lots of people taking some pretty big swings here. No one quite connecting. Bob and actually phase on. Oh damn!
Wow.
Bob with the elbow drop off the third buckle comes down and just destroys
even
action
know what
phase
that
on. Red
means.
Kato takes out Enzo Matrix and IMB Trainer in one fell swoop. We're down to the last 3. Needs to be at least 3 times bigger than this. Currently, Chunkster is in the lead. However, Chunkster is being targeted by Bob and Red at the same time.
Oh god.
Whoa.
What the what?
Lined up a huge shot and whiffed. Oh, coming off the top buckle again.
What is
misses.
this hacks?
Chunkster is super close. Now Red is the person with
Oh.
the most health.
Oh.
Chunkster's not taking it lying down, though, and is fighting back.
Oh wow.
Red takes out Bob and then takes out Chunkster pretty easily. Congratulations on the victory. Let's see what this is going to total up to. 63 points. 0 points to 63 points. Pretty stinking good. The person who dealt the most damage appears to be Bob. That said, doesn't matter. Red, with the third most damage dealt, takes home the victory. Red had the most eliminations as well. I had 1, the all-important, the Robin Grace kill. Feeling pretty good about that. So, good stuff. Do not forget, exclamation point play to claim your prize. We're going to move over to our regular cameras, and we're going to go ahead and give you back the rest of your evening.
This very evening.
All right, Margaret. And here we go. So thank you to everyone who listened and watched us record this episode live. If you actually don't watch us record live but would like to, you can go to youtube.com/Scaryish or twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And we record Storytime and Pastatime live every Wednesday. If there's ever a deviation we're not recording on a Wednesday, we will let you know in advance on social medias and on the regular shows. But that is our standard time, and we would love to see you. So again, shout out to everyone who was with us tonight and has been listening in podcast form. If you have a if you have a creepypasta you'd like to share with us or suggest we read, please email pastatime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com, and click on Contact Us. You can fill out that form, it comes direct to us, or you can hit us up on any of our social medias. Twitter is @ScarishPod, Instagram is @ScarishPodcast, and Facebook, it's facebook.com/ScarishPodcast. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1. At $1, you get ad-free episodes. And as
Ad-free's the way to marry.
yeah, he likes to say that. And if you're if you're not into the monthly donation type thing, you can also go to coffee, ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast. And those are one-time donations. And all your donations go to keeping this podcast going. So we really appreciate everybody that has supported us thus far.
Indeed. Thank you so much. We appreciate every single one of you. We really do. And I think that's everything we have for this episode of Pastatime. So, Robin, why don't you go ahead and sign us out?
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Oh.